Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm outside and I'm going to show you a small garden tour of what I've done so far in my garden. So this is kind of an overview. Sorry. These are my 3 raised beds here, my basic ones, and then in the back there with the rainbow path you can see is my in-ground garden, which doesn't have any plants in it right now. And then over in the kind of top right corner, you can see my compost tumbler. And so I'm just gonna kind of go through and show y'all what I've planted so far. Okay, so we'll start on this bed here. And sorry about the noise, it is windy here. It's spring and it's always windy here. Oh, and before I start, I should mention I'm in Central Texas, Zone 8B, for anyone who's interested in knowing that information. So far, these are some leftover plants. Well, not exactly leftover, just ones I haven't planted yet, that started from seed, and same with these peppers here, and tomatoes. And so I just have those out here in the sun, you know, waiting to get their spots. So this bed I've only really planted from here over. This empty patch with no mulch is got flower seeds. These are some marigolds, some different tomatoes. These are, this is a line of 5 different dwarf tomatoes. And this year I'm using these rocks as labels like this. And you can see like the green and like the pink there is the labels that were in their original cups like that. And so I put all those labels down first and then went back and put all the rock labels. But some of these already have little tomatoes. This one here has some, and this one here has some. If it'll stop whipping in the wind, you can see them there. So then we've got different things like there's scattered throughout the beds are some different African daisies. There's that one there. There's those pink ones over there, and then there's some in the other beds, like I said. And then I've got basil scattered throughout, different types of basil. This is Genovese basil. That one over there I think is lime basil. That right there is some type of herb, I forget right now. Oh, bee balm, I think, lemon bee balm. That's an aster flower in the middle there, and then some more of those daisies over there. And then those two things are flowers. Then over here more marigolds. I plant those around as companions mostly. Then this open spot here is more zinnia seeds. This is a jalapeno, flowers, more peppers in these cages. Wow, it is windy. That's basil back there. I don't know how to pronounce the name of these flowers, but they're called, I think, gomphrena or something like that. Then, let's see. That's the purple basil there that I bought at the store because mine, not enough of them germinated. These are some different types of cucumbers. They're all slicing cucumbers. This is a one type, and then these are all straight 8s. And then the flowers again. Then on the end here, these are some different pole beans that'll climb up this arched trellis. Sorry, I don't mean to move the camera too fast. And some of them are coming up already, you can see. Down here, and a couple right there. And then on the other side of the arched trellis, going into this bed, we have more pole beans that have mostly all come up, I think, over there. Then we've got some flowers, whose name I don't remember. This is kind of a basil patch in here, different basils in here and there and there. That is a watermelon, that's a sunflower. This area, like right here over, was supposed to be some different sunflowers, but I got these seeds and they were supposed to be special for like a contest to grow the biggest sunflower, and the only one that germinated was that one. So I put it in and I'm gonna see how it does, but I don't have super high hopes. Then these are some peppers. All my peppers except the jalapenos are all sweet peppers because my family doesn't really like hot peppers except for jalapenos. So those are a couple sweet peppers. These are some more dwarf tomatoes here. And then this one is really sickly looking. It's one called an Egypt dwarf yellow. The fruit's supposed to be yellow, but not the plant like that. It obviously needs nitrogen, and I've given it some and it hasn't helped, so I don't know. Then this little area right in here, or kind of in here and here, is all zinnia seeds again. And same with this blank spot here. And then, let's see, get around this pole. Let's see, we've got some different basils, marigolds, basils. I think, yeah, that's bee balm. Basils, those flowers there are the same as the ones that kind of mirrors that side over there. And then that is a aster. Then over here, after the tomatoes, we have, that's basil again, some more sweet peppers, some different things like different marigolds in here. Those yellow ones back there are some more of those African daisies, some more marigolds. This is a tomato that will, sorry about the wind again. This tomato will eventually get a bigger stake. Right now it's just got this short one. It'll get a bigger one eventually because it's gonna need it, but it's called a Brandywise. And it'll be a big, tall vining tomato. And then, let's see, oh, on the other side of this trellis here, there's those cucumbers over there. These over here, other slicing cucumbers, just different varieties. And then on the very end here, this little bitty one is a Mini Love watermelon, which I've grown before. And they do pretty well. They're small melons, you know, more like half of it would probably be like a personal size melon, unless you just want to eat a ton. Not a ton, but a bigger serving of melon. But, you know, they're smaller. Then over here on these bricks, I have some dill plants. That one I bought at the store. This I started from seed, and I wasn't sure it was going to make it, so that's why I bought that one. And then these are two more tomatoes. This is a new variety I'm trying this year that I've been told are good. They're it's a hybrid called Edox F1, and I started them from seed. Most of the stuff in here I started from seed, and then those will have bigger stakes too eventually, but right now I don't have them in yet. And so then that patch there is empty because it's got zinnia seeds. And these are really pretty. Let me see if I can get out of the way. African daisies. There's a lot of them on there, and I really like that colorway. Basil, marigolds. This is another dwarf tomato. Ah, my shadow. More basil. There's a little bit of zinnia seed in there, and right in there. And then we get into the pickling cucumbers, which, hang on. I've set up this net trellis like this to grow them on. And I'll show you why it extends way down there in a minute. But these are a couple pickling cucumbers here. Then this is some Pecos cantaloupe, which is a more famous type here in Texas. It's an heirloom you can buy in Texas. It's grown in a place called Pecos, Texas, hence the name. Then this is a tiny little purple basil in front there. Some more marigolds. This is another sweet pepper. Again, zinnia seeds. These are my two loofahs, and that's why this extends down, because those will grow up the trellis, and then they'll go down that way and down this way and kind of meet with the cucumbers and cantaloupes. Those vines get really long, so they'll most likely what's going to happen is they're going to go down this trellis. The trellis will end, and then I'll just feed them onto the fence. And then over here, I have 3 grow bags, sorry. This one is more dill. That one is an herb called borage. And in the middle is some extra potatoes I had. Usually, I grow Yukon Gold, and usually I grow them in grow bags like this. And it does okay, but the grow bags here in Texas dry out so fast. And so this year, I got this new metal raised bed from this brand called Vigo Gardens. And so I planted, usually I would have a whole row of grow bags here, and that's where I would plant my potatoes. But this year I'm doing it in this new raised bed, and you buy it and it comes in pieces and you put it together. And I got this kind of sagey green color. I don't remember what they call the color, but it's really nice. I really like the raised bed so far. So in here, it's a little hard to tell because they're bleeding together, but I planted 16 potatoes. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, see, I'm counting wrong because they're all blending together. But anyway, there's 8 in front and 8 in back because the bed is 2 by 8. except for that obvious empty spot, that one just like never came up. And so I'm guessing that one just didn't survive. And so I had 2 extra potatoes though, which is why I put those ones over there. And so then that's pretty much it right now. We've got some flowers and stuff up in the front. And then like over here, I've got all these grow bags from last year that had potatoes. I need to like empty out the soil and everything. And then I'll put up the grow bags, and I'll probably use those for, oh, I guess I can show you all my in-ground garden a little bit, but I'll probably use those grow bags for sweet potatoes this year. Sorry, I couldn't think of the name. I was like, not regular potatoes. So then last year I made this path in here because the way this in-ground area is situated, as you can see, it's in the corner of our property. So you have to walk in there to get to the plants. And so I didn't want to be walking like on the soil. So I've used, my neighbors there actually have, that's their fig tree right there. And it was huge, and then it died in that huge frost last year in February that we had here, like the snowpocalypse thing. And so when they cut it down, I used some of the branches and chipped them up and made mulch for in here. And so I'm gonna paint that stone. That stone's thick because it helps me like get up over that fence that I have to keep so that the dogs don't get in there. So anyway, there's no plants in there right now, as you can see. And I wanna make this area a perennial area. And then, hang on, get over that fence area. This is my compost area. So that's extra cardboard that I put in the compost, shred and put in there. And then I have a 2-bin system. And so I'll add food scraps and leaves and all that kind of organic matter. And I mix it up, and then I'll flip it from one to the other. And then I've got a couple things like that spinner back there. Hang on, let me see if I can zoom in. Yeah, I've got this little bee thing that I need to repaint. And then over here, y'all probably kind of already saw it, but I didn't point it out. I've got this sunflower that I already repainted. I spray painted it. So I put it over here. And that's pretty much it as far as my garden for right now. I'm gonna be planting, like I said, those plants that are over there in the little trays that I started from seed. I will be moving those out and planting those where they belong. And then I guess I'll go show you all my citrus trees real quick. Okay, so you can see my garden's back over there. And then this is one of my citrus trees up on our porch. This is a Meyer Lemon. And you can see it's not doing really well. Over the winter when it got cold, I moved it into the garage to, you know, take care of it so it wouldn't freeze. And I can't really get over there because there's these tables in the way without going around the back. But see how the stem is like white going up until right there where it gets green? That's because when it was in the garage, these rats got in there, I guess trying to overwinter, and they chewed away a bunch of the bark. All the leaves fell off, and so all these leaves are just new that it's grown this spring. And then over here on the other side of the grill, I have my Mandarin tree. It's a Poncan Mandarin, and let me see if I can find some. They might not be, they're not so showy right now. Before it was flowering, and it's still got here, it's still got some. Let me see, there's one up there at the very tippy top. And then some of them you can see like right here, for example, has fallen off already. It either did or did not get pollinated and fell off. And there's a bunch like that. So that's my Mandarin tree. And then over here, I've got my kind of rosebush area. This is a low growing one. There's one right there. There's other stuff back here too, but there's one there, one there. There's one right there, one right there, and this kind of red one I cut back this year. And oh, is it in there? Oh no. Okay, hang on. Let me get over there. There's all these vines I got to step in and be sure there's no snakes. So if you come over here, it's really cool. I was cutting this one back, right? And it's leafed out since then. But when I was cutting it back, look what I discovered in there. Bird nest. So that's pretty cool. So I just kind of left that alone, and I'm letting it do its thing. I also have this raised bed planter. It's not very big, but it does the job. I put herbs in here. This is a variegated sage that I bought at the store, and the rest of them are from seed. In the bottom right is an oregano that's coming back from last year, and then this is all white sage here and some thyme. This one's really pretty.